So it's like I never really grew up having a father. So my mother was my father. She was she was my everything. She taught me to be the man I am today. Like she taught me how to be humble. She taught me how to have, like show you kindness and all that stuff. So yeah, moving to Australia kind of gave me a better life. And the way I see it is like what I have now and the people I know now, I wouldn't have it or known them if it wasn't for my mom. Yeah, there was moments where I actually cried, man. Like because I was so depleted at the time, and it's like I'm doing all this, knowing that I'm like I probably won't even stand a chance, knowing that like this is national, like this is guys all over Australia, and then like I was not expecting the results that I got. Like to be honest, like I was like my biggest fear, like being natural, was to be on stage with guys that's on gear.
He's Season A 2023 IFBB Pro Classic Physique overall champion. A man that believes in and the love of family. Isn't so bad as a fill-in model. A natural wonder. Loves a little fun. And his latest clip, the exercise is all about the women.
That was all banter.
It was. Can make those pecs shake mountains and the ground he walks on. Please help me welcome Eman Wordu. How are you, bro?
I'm good, thank you, bro.
I saw that.
That was a good intro.
Was it a good intro? Yeah, man. That video was funny, man. Where you got the weight and you're doing the jump. and then you played that clip and it's got the Tyson movie on there or something, so it's quite funny. Yeah, no, man. So, are you quite comical? You like to have fun?
Look, when I'm like when I'm just being myself, I like to be I like to show a bit of my personality, and that's just to make people laugh or just do just funny stuff. But yeah, that's just me overall, to be honest, man. Like,
yeah.
But like, there's nothing deeper than that, but just laughing. Like it's just like a laughing matter.
Well, I'm going to talk to you about Season A, because I was in Brisbane. That's where I saw you.
Yeah,
I was there and I saw you on stage, and yeah, you were quite the specimen. And obviously you're so depleted and you're so, you're comp ready. So it's a whole different persona to what I'm seeing now, like I said, and that video was hilarious, man. It was really good. So let's start with this 17th of October story on Instagram. Just want bigger arms, to be honest. How's that going? What's the plan going forward with the bigger arms?
Nah, to me, that was just like an inside joke. Like I think like my arms are pretty much big enough.
Yeah.
But because I was hitting tricep at the time, so I thought I just say something as silly as that,
Yeah.
But yeah,
so,
my coach wants to he's got me training arms like once or twice a week, so nothing too serious because they're too dominant at the moment.
Why does he want you to do once or twice a week with arms?
Well, because he feels like my physique is always like a classic. You don't want to have a too big of a bicep. So obviously my bicep and tricep, like, they're very dominant. So I feel like he like we still hit him like fairly hard, but like we just don't hit him as much as we will hit other muscles that we actually need to improve on, type of thing. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. So tell me, what are the criteria? Because I've never asked anyone this. What are the criteria for? Because I'll tell you something. I watched a video a few days ago, and it was about Olympia and the girls for Physique. I think well-being Physique, and the guy was saying, try not to get too muscular, girls. You're getting too muscular. Calm down.
Yeah.
So what is it with boys with the classic Physique? What are they after?
Well, look. To be honest, now I wouldn't have a like exactly like I wouldn't know exactly what they're after. But from what I've been seeing, what I've been told, it's like, I guess that like they're after that broad shoulder, the tiny waist,
yes,
decent legs, or like for me, I can tell like I've got like my legs are probably my weakest part. But obviously, when you hit the pose, you want to make yourself look the part. Yes. Make sure your shape, everything, symmetry, everything's good. Yep. So it's like I know what I'm lacking on, and I know what I can make stronger in terms of posing when it comes to that and be on stage.
Yeah.
So it's like like I guess tiny waist, big shoulders, posterior chain, glutes, hemis, everything's obviously there for that classic look. Not too big, not too small, but that aesthetic look.
I tell you what, I was at the IFBB show in Sydney not last weekend, the weekend before.
Yeah,
Man, the classic boys, they're big. They're big, man.
yeah, they are.
They're big. Like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not saying they're not ripped. The big boys are really dry and ripped, like,
Yeah.
But big size on them, man. The classic boys.
I guess it depends what like the weight cap. Obviously, if you're all like heart wise as well, and that plays a massive part, like heart wise, weight wise, and that can obviously determine how big you can get to fit or to reach that weight cap on stage. And especially with the new weight cap that's just been announced, but I've got a bit of room to play around, to grow around. So I need some size to be able to step on the Olympia stage, to do my pro debut come next year.
So how tall are you?
6 foot.
And what's the weight cap for that?
I think it's gone up to 102.
102. And what are you now? What are you now?
Oh, look, that's a mystery, man.
Okay, leave it as a mystery.
That's a mystery, man.
All right, no, we like mysteries. I've got to go through the whole mystery now. Okay, so IFBB Season A this year. And you know what's funny? Doesn't it seem like a long time ago, Season A? It seems a long time ago. So you won the state final in Victoria, and then the Grand Prix up there in the Nationals in Brisbane as classic physique, and you got your pro card. Firstly, I want to know, tell us the feeling when it all happened, like the best of the best, man. Like, tell us the feeling, that moment.
Man, like, to be honest, I'll start with the Vig, because
yeah, please.
I was going through a lot at the moment. No, at the time, sorry. So just cut the bit out.
That's okay. My English is worse, and I'm not the most educated, so don't you worry about that.
Yeah, no. So we were going. So I was going through a fair bit of personal issues for the Vig. Like, I was in the middle of like finding a house, moving, trying to return keys, like all of that. So it's like to try and focus on the prep, try and relax, not to stress. Try and actually find a place to move in. Well, like all that was just, I was under pressure at the time. So obviously with the close loved ones I had around, my coach and all that, they kept me calm. So I went on with the show, and then like I was not expecting the results that I got. Like, to be honest, like I was like, my biggest fear, like being natural, was to be on stage with guys that's on gear. Like, I guess that's that's always been a worry for me.
Can I just interrupt for a sec? You're natural, correct?
Yeah, I'm natural. Yeah.
Let me tell you, man. I don't want to make it about me, but do you know that's why I didn't compete in my 20s? Because I didn't want to compete against guys with the gear.
Yeah,
now I'm hearing what you're saying. It fucks with your brain.
It does, bro.
Yeah,
go. It does mess with your brain a lot. It's like with me, obviously, like having body dysphoria and all that stuff, it's like it makes it even more harder to really want to like step on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, so I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna expect anything. I'm just gonna give it my best shot and then see what happens, because obviously I had other stuff on my mind at the time.
Oh, I don't know how you did it. Go on.
I competed, and then look, I did what I had to do. Obviously, followed the plan, and then posed, and I guess like everything just kind of paid off. So the feeling after going through what I went through leading up to the Vic titles was just like that brought tears that's brought tears. I dropped down to my knees that day, I remember. Good, and I was just I couldn't believe me being like the winner, because like those guys on that stage, I know that was better than me in my mind. Obviously from what the judges wanted, obviously had the look on that day. So I can't really say much onto that, but the feeling was great for the Vic titles. The feeling was great. And then again, going towards the Nationals in Brisbane. So that same week, right? Like this whole thing like actually happened. So going to Nationals that week, I had to return my house keys, but at the same time, I hadn't found a place to move in yet. So,
oh my God, this could be a movie. This could be a movie, man, like a Rocky movie.
So I was in the middle of moving all my stuff into a storage place that night, like that whole week. I'll go to work, finish work, train cardio, go home at 9, 10 o'clock, pack, take stuff to the storage, and I'm stressing trying to get sleeping because I'm already it's peak week, you know, like nationals. I got told to come in tighter and all that stuff. So it's like,
Hey guys, Steve here from Muscle Talks. I just want to say thank you for you guys being here. Thank you for watching this podcast. What I'd really love is for you guys to hit the subscribe button. Why hit the subscribe button? It'll just allow us to have a bigger reach, allow us to go get a bigger audience, and also bring you the best of the best here. Our goal here is to not only get our local people, but also international, and eventually, and hopefully, and will be bringing the Olympians to this station, Muscle Talks podcast. So please hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell, so every time our podcast is launched weekly that you get notified and you can sit back and enjoy this. Thanks, guys.
want to move out of place, return the key. Literally the same week I had to go to Brisbane, and then I hadn't found a house. So I called one of my mates. I told him, "Hey, bro, can you help me? I'm in like I'm stressing out right now." So he told me to go over. I was there that same week. I was sleeping on the couch, uncomfortable. This is peak week, man. Like, you're meant to get like your body's meant to be relaxed. Your sleep quality is meant to like improve, like just be so much better. Yeah. But that same week, man, sleeping on the couch uncomfortably, just waking up with neck pains, and then just going back and forth to my old apartment, trying to clean it and make sure everything is clean so I can get the bond back. And then look, I crashed on the day. I was like, I told this to my coach, I'm not going to go to Brisbane, compete, and then come back and homeless and have nowhere to go. Like it's just a shit feeling, Yeah. And then my coach was like, look, I'll do everything I can to try and help people. Let's like we're here now. Let's get this over and done with. You've put in all the hard work. Once we come back to Melbourne, we can face every problems that you're going through right now. And honestly, that's exactly what we did. We flew to Brisbane, followed the plan, and everything just literally played the part. Played the part. And that was just the lead, and that was just everything leading up to my nationals, and then
you've answered everything like in that question. Like I've got you, tell us the build up, tell us knowing the lineup you were competing against and dominating some of the great athletes. Did you possibly or give you yourself a crack at knowing where you're not sure? You've just answered everything, but man, how old are you?
27, man.
Bro. Listen, man. Listen, I'm 54. I see champion. You.
Yeah, look.
No, honestly, man, you. Fuck, I'm very proud of you, man.
No, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate
honestly.
it. But
yeah. Go on.
No, you go first. You go first.
Like sleeping on the couch, stress levels. I mean, your coach, Tim, did an amazing job because he had to keep it together for you and you had to trust him. So we're going to talk a bit about him too, but wow, bro. Like,
yeah, bro. Like it was, there was moments where I actually cried, man. Like, because I was so depleted at the time. And it's like I'm doing all this, knowing that I'm like, I probably won't even stand a chance knowing that this is national. Like this is guys all over Australia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is national.
I was there, man. I saw him.
So my mindset while going through that was like, fuck, like is there really point in me going? Like I had those moments I had I self-doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of gave up on myself. Because of what I was going through. Because like I'm a person that I like to face issues that stresses me out, so I don't have to stress about them anymore. Like
you like to face things head on.
Yeah, I like to face things head on. And it's like to leave all that aside, to put that all aside to try and focus on the comp. Like one of my biggest achievement was was a really big step. And I'm glad that I took it, and I'm glad that I listened to my coach. We followed the plan. And I guess that's what, being surrounded by, I guess, a good mentor, a good coach, good friends, people around me helping me, stuff like.
Do you have a strong faith? Do you have a strong faith?
I do.
That's what did it, man.
I do. I do. 100%.
That's me too. So bro, you did great. Good on you, man. Far out. That's wow, what a story. Chris, we're doing a movie with Emmanuel, man. I think it's like a Rocky movie. It's gonna be a Rocky movie. Chris is
let's do it.
Chris is a cinematographer, mate. He's a film producer, mate. He can do anything, mate. We'll do a little story of the build up of Emmanuel, where he came from, and we'll go from there. So tell us all right, so tell us, this is what I want to know now. Tell us about the excitement of winning. Both tell me Melbourne, wait, and tell me then Queensland again, but tell me that moment you looked at your coach and you said, fuck, we did it, man. So, because I mean, he was there, you know, you trusted him, and he was telling you, calm down, do this, push that weight, eat this, don't eat this. Go on.
Oh man, like that day for the Melbourne, like, yeah, I went backstage, he went backstage, and honestly, man, I gave him the biggest hug. Like, I gave him the biggest hug, man, and it was just like, it was a breathtaking moment for me. Like, you know,
Yeah.
seeing what we've been through together, you know, and what he's actually, you know, he's been there since like for the last 4.5 years. So he's witnessed my ups and downs. You know, he's like, I'm always going to him when I'm going through shit, and it's like, to be able to actually achieve something with him, like, meant a lot for me personally. You know, because he's gone out of his way to try and actually get me where I am today, because he believed in me and I believed in his work. And I guess that's what, you know, like the feeling of that coming to life, you know, it's something that I'll never forget, you know, especially starting my career, like, or my bodybuilding career from there.
Yeah, tell me, you correct me if I'm wrong. Did you also have a stint of food poisoning at one stage as well?
Food poisoning?
No, like you had a stomach bug or something like that. I'm not too sure. Did you or did you not? Or is that just something I'm making up in my head?
Where'd you hear that from?
I spoke to your coach. You know that. I've spoken to your coach, and he said to me that you had lost your appetite, or you couldn't keep things down or in.
No, this was
Nationals. This was at the Nationals.
Yeah. Okay, so my weight was playing up, so I was going to be depleting.
Yeah.
Go
on.
I won't tell you the full story, but anyway, long story short, I was going to be depleting, and then my weight wasn't dropping.
Yeah.
And so my coach asked if I was actually eating, and I was like, yeah, I'm eating, I'm doing cardio, and I'm doing everything the plan says. And then he goes, well, then everything should be working, you know. And then I was like, and I told him, I'm like, bro, if I'm not depleting, I'm not gonna go Brisbane and then just make a fool out of myself.
Yeah.
And then he goes, no, everything will be good. Then the morning of the show, no, it was a Saturday. The Saturday, he told me to go get Metamucil.
Metamucil. Yeah, Metamucil. Yeah.
Yeah, just to flush everything out. And then I did that, and I ate the rest of the day. Woke up show day, and everything just went back to normal somehow. Like, I don't know how. Like, from the hiccup to there, everything just went back to normal.
Look, he's a smart coach. Look, you know what? Let's talk about him. Tell us about him. What's his name? What's the place? And why 4 years with him? Why do you care about him so much?
Well, his name is Tim Deegan.
Mm-hmm.
He's based in Newport, Williamstown, in Victoria.
Yep.
He's I met him 4.5 years ago off a friend. And I guess, like, the moment, I don't know, like, I guess because he was my first coach, so I wanted to see how the first year would be with him.
Yep.
But then like, it took me 3 to 4 months in with him to, like, trust his work, type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, it took, like it didn't take me long for me to believe that he can achieve what I wanted him to achieve for me.
Wow.
And then results started happening. You know, things were like, he tried to understand my background with food and all that stuff, like with me being genetically like this. And obviously being African and where I'm from and what I usually eat and what I ate before and all that stuff. And I could really tell that he was actually, like, you know, like, wanting the best for me, you know, like who does that? But that was just my mindset at the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then things just started kicking off from there, and then he started having a little bit of faith in me, trusting me, and then like advising me, you know, like literally just checking up on me, like when I'm having like shit times, and like him going out of his way when he didn't need to was kind of just like you know, like just something that you don't find a lot these days. You know, like, people just do it for the money or for the business, but when someone actually want to be there for you, like, genuinely, that's how you tell that like they actually want the best for you. And me, I'm big on loyalty when it comes to shit like that. So it's like so frustrating.
No,
So,
fuck, swear as much as you like,
so,
mate.
yeah, so
Swear,
it's like
right.
so to see to see him give his time away from his business at times kind of meant a lot for me because like with me it's hard, yeah, like I said, it's hard to find people like that. And I kind of didn't want to be the person to let him down by wasting his time and not following the plan or what he's telling me at the time.
Yeah.
It would be hopeless. You know, someone spending the time on you and you're not actually taking anything in or putting anything into action. So I kind of just trying to work with him, and then I guess our relationship just built from there. You know, it was just about trust, loyalty. You know, and I told him like, bro, like just do your best with me. Like, you know, I know I'm stubborn. You know, just do your best with me. And that's what he's been doing. We've been just working patiently together. You know, he'll call me sometime. We'll talk, go for lunch. You know, talk about the plans and shit like that. He's like a mentor, or brother to me, or father. You know, like a father figure.
I just need some space. I just need some space. Space. I just need some space.
No, no. Look, I saw him at the show, and I saw his crew around him. I don't know if it was his partner, like whatever it was, but you guys looked like family. They hung around you like you were really precious to them.
Yeah.
So it showed that they really wanted the best for you, and they were so proud of you, man. They really showed it.
No, they were, because like after we went in the pro show, we went to go have KFC, and this is what hit me as well when it comes to someone's personality and character, right? So we're having KFC, you know. It was my posing coach and Tim and myself. We're having a good feed, and then my mom called. Now knowing that obviously I've been with Tim for a while, so he knows half of my family, he knows my background and stuff like that. So my mom called to say congratulations. You know, she was like Tim and Cinda could like barely hear her, like because she speaks English but not that well. But they could hear a bit of the things she was saying. And she started saying some nice and sweet stuff. You know, they started bringing up like how I came to Australia and how she brought me here and stuff like that. And as she was saying that was bringing tears to my eyes because like obviously my background, like I come from a tough life, so it's like her saying that and then that hitting Tim and my opposing coach like hard, and then bringing kids into their eyes, kind of just shows how passionate Tim is to, you know, like to get the job done, actually to make someone achieve what they want to achieve in terms of bodybuilding and health and fitness. And like that was just, I think that was just the highlight of my pro show. You know, that like sitting at KFC having a feed, my mom calling me, and then us four literally crying. It was literally like I can't lie about this. It was literally like that. And from there on, I was like, Tim, like no matter what happens, like this is gonna be us for like, you know, for a very long time.
Wow,
You know?
wow.
And it's just that's just how it is, you know.
No. Well, look, you know what's funny? It's segueing us in, but Chris, book KFC. We're doing a movie in KFC. Everyone's crying, man. Chris is gonna go. We're gonna create the movie, man. It's gonna be you doing Olympia. We're gonna go back to the beginning where it all began, where he was sleeping on couches, homeless, maybe homeless many times. Maybe he's been homeless many times, not just once. So tell us, you know, where you're from and where you grew up. Because you know what's funny, on your Instagram, I think it's your third photo, and you got a few there, but it's about you got three ladies, and I don't know if it's your sister or a girl in the unit, and this other young little kid, and I could see how much it meant to you that just having that photo up there with all your bodybuilding posing, wearing clothes, looking swagger. But you really felt amazing with that photo. I could see it as such because it's highlighted up there. It's in your main up there. So so tell me where you're from.
Yeah,
Where'd you grow up? Tell me a bit about your mum, or you said something about a hard life,
yeah.
tough life. I want to know. Go for it.
So, oh, man, like. So I came to Australia 2005 or six.
Okay.
Um, in Perth.
Yep.
So I basically grew up in Perth,
Yep.
and then I only just moved to Melbourne about 8 to 9 years ago.
Yep.
No, actually, yeah, 8 to 9 years ago.
Yep.
So my mom basically raised me up from the age of, like, from what I can remember, 4 to 5 years old, to up to this point. So it's like I never really grew up having a father. So my mother was my father. She was she was my everything. She taught me to be the man I am today. Like, she taught me how to be humble. She taught me how to have, like, show kindness and all that stuff. So it's like I understand what she's been through with the war, like back home in Africa, and all that stuff to get me where I am today.
Whereabouts in Africa? Whereabouts in Africa?
But I was born in Ivory Coast,
Mm.
but I was raised up in Liberia. So we moved to Liberia because there was a war back then.
Mm-hmm.
So from the age of birth, or maybe 1 or 2 years old, I went to Liberia, and then from Liberia I came to Perth. Well, yeah, I went to Perth.
Mm-hmm.
So she basically grew me up from there, brought me to Australia,
Yep.
gave me a better life. So when it comes to her, it's like I'm doing all these, like that's where I get my passion from. That's where I get my motivation from, because for a lady, like this is a single mother looking after 2 kids back then.
Yeah.
To go through war, to go through all that, it's not as easy as just war. You know what I mean? Like, this is jumping from country to country, trying to, like, keep your kids alive. And me growing up, I've realized a lot, like, just looking back, at how she raised me up. Without my father around. Yeah, she got remarried, but like that bond, that connection can never be the same if it's not your like your real dad. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's never the same.
Yeah, and obviously those troubles in the house growing up, mom and dad fighting, stepdad and mom fighting, and then like just So she I grew up in Perth. I used to go to school in Thornley, and then went to Linwood Senior High School. I used to play soccer, so I got a soccer scholarship. This is what no one really knows. I used to be like a soccer player back, like, when I was growing up.
Is that so? Yeah, I want to ask. Is that growing up? Is that so? Keep going with the grow up, but I've got the next question, and we're going to do it together now.
Yeah.
Were you sporty? Were you a scholar? Scholar means like you're good at education. Or were you mischievous? Were you funny? Were you a clown? So tell us all the growing up soccer. Go on.
Yeah, so I grew up in Thornley, 6108. That's where I met with most of my high school mates, my close mates up to this day. Moving to Australia kind of gave me a better life. And the way I see it is, like, what I have now and the people I know now, I wouldn't have it or known them if it wasn't for my mom. And that's why that photo it's on my main page, because I want people to come on my page, and when they see it, it's like, yeah, look, I have all these fancy model fucking shit, whatever, shot. But without that, no, without my family, I won't have that. Or I won't be this person.
It says it. Yeah.
And my grandma is in that photo, my older sister, my little brother, my mom, everyone's in that photo. But yeah, so I went to school, I went to high school, graduated. I used to play soccer in and out of school. I got a soccer scholarship.
Yeah.
I used to play state 1 division league.
What?
Yeah.
What position? What position, bro?
I was any attacking position, but mainly on the right wing. I was a right winger, a striker.
Nice,
I got some
nice.
photos, man. But like, I used to play quite a bit. And I love the sport. So
make sure when we launch it, send some photos to Chris, and we'll put it on the highlights.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Yeah, go on.
I will. So yeah, how do you call it? So yeah, I played soccer for like man, just like all my whole life. You know what I mean?
Did you want to do it professionally? Is that what you aspired for?
Pardon?
Did you want to do it professionally?
Look, I felt like I had the potential to go professionally, but I feel like with with me growing up and like me not being, let's say, focus is what I am now. I didn't have it like I wasn't as focused or
Yes.
wasn't as driven as I am now.
Yes.
You know, and to have the guidance that I have now, back then I was lacking so much stuff that I have now.
Yeah.
You know, it's like to stay fully focused. You know, was very hard. Like I was going out weekends, I was drinking with my friends. You know, like I was doing shit like that. So it's like I guess I wasn't doing it as a hobby, but then I was still passionate about it. Let's just say that.
Do you think it was the fact that you could play really good soccer, but the people you hung around with just didn't have your focus, so it took you off the game a bit?
Nah,
Not completely.
no,
What I mean is,
not completely. But I feel like, man,
you weren't strong enough to be disciplined.
I wasn't strong enough to be disciplined.
Yeah, gotcha.
I'll be honest.
That's you. It's you.
Yeah, I wasn't strong enough to be disciplined, and it's like, I'll never miss a training session or a game day unless I'm sick or I'm getting benched or I'm not playing. But like, but the days I would turn up and I'm playing good. I'll actually perform good. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, look, and as I grew, I got better. But then like the reason why I even switched to bodybuilding, it wasn't really like, oh yeah, I want to do bodybuilding. You know, it was mainly because I fell in love with soccer. That I was too quick because I was a winger.
Yes.
I was too quick, but I wasn't strong on the ball, so I get bullied or pushed off the ball so easily. So then off season came along, and I thought, you know what, I just joined the gym, get a bit of strength, and get ready for next season. That was my plan.
Yeah.
You know, that was my plan. But you know what they say and how the story goes. Once you join, once you sign up, you see a bit of gains, you see a bit of muscles, brother. You're hooked on it like that. You know.
Yeah.
Well, that's how my story started with bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And then so this was not like 9 years ago.
9 years ago. Yeah.
So 9 years ago, I started doing my own thing. Started hitting gym. I was researching how to eat healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't saying I was hitting calories or counting calories because I didn't know what the hell that was. I was eating fairly clean veggies, tuna, chicken, steak, and whatnot. And it got me to like a decent base. You know, like a decent base before I met Tim.
Yeah.
Now I didn't even want to compete. Like my whole thing was not to compete. But you know, 4 years ago or 4.5 years ago, when I met Tim, like everything just changed because he changed my physique.
I'm about to talk about that one, but keep going. Yes.
Yeah, so he changed my physique ever since I met him. So but yeah, I did before I met Tim, I can say I had a pretty good physique.
Tell me something.
Not as good as I have it now.
Yeah, of course, but tell me something. Obviously you're genetically gifted. Okay, so you got some genetic gifted, but also you're also sports gifted because you played soccer, adversities, everything. Like people have silver spoon and they can't do anything. You did sleeping on couches, adversity, wars in your country, foreign places, moving states, and you still were sporty. You still wanted to aspire and be competitive. Tell me something. It's true though, isn't it? We get there because of our mums, the way they cook for us. We tell them grill it, they'll grill it for us. We tell them they boil us chicken. Like they make it easy for us, don't they? They put the food in front of us, don't they?
They do. And the thing is, without them, like we wouldn't be here.
That's right. Yeah.
Wouldn't be here. But then, it's like, man.
Yeah. No. So tell me, explain again the latest post at Muscle City Gym. The statement is natural gains under construction, slow but steady progress. What does that mean?
Well, you know, like I guess like nothing happens overnight, you know, and especially being natural, you got to work 10 times harder than what these other guys are doing.
I need to pick your brain, man. I need, like I said,
you gotta work everyone say, he's genetics, he might be on gear, but it's like you can be so genetically gifted, but without the right guidance, like it's nothing, you know. Without the right guidance, discipline, consistency is nothing. And that's how I see it. It's like so that's why I put up that post and actually said that caption. I'm like I know that I'm in my own pace. This is my journey. I'm not in a race with any others anybody else's. So I know that muscles take time to grow, you know, and everything's falling into place just slowly, you know.
Mate, it shows. And you know, when I was in Brisbane, someone said he's natural, and me, I'll tell you, I went, fuck off, no way. I go natural, and they went, and it was reputable sources, and I went, yeah. They go, yeah, and I went, I was just blown away because, can I just tell you something? You gave me hope. Meaning, I'm 54, not to go compete. I can't but what I'm saying is, I love bodybuilding. I love the food, the sport, the getting in the gym, putting on size, ripping up. So when I saw that, I went, no way. And that's what I'm saying is, you're doing a lot for the sport, man, just for the way you're doing it and your attitude too.
Yeah, thank you so much. And that's always been my personal like my personal aspect and reason on to why I want to stay natural, because it's like I'm not against anyone that takes gear.
No,
but for me, obviously, I love the natural look. Personally, I actually love the natural look, and to be able to jump on stage and actually achieve what I achieve naturally is a big thing for me, you know. And it's like we all know IBB is known for obviously in hands, because a lot of people do it in hands, you know. So to see one or two people that do it naturally and actually get something out of it, it's a far more bigger achievement. But then you'll still see people hating, or you'll still see people saying he's on you know what I mean. So it's like, I just personally just like the natural look, and I want to take this natural look as far as I can, no matter what. But I know, obviously, me being a pro now and trying to, how do you call it, look the part when it comes to the pro league, like the pro debut, like size and symmetry and like all that. Obviously, oh shit, sorry, can you still see me?
Yeah.
I just right.
Yeah,
to try and to try and look the part. I know that there will come a time where, to get to that next level, I have to go to the dark side. Like, I'm not done. But
of course.
Like, for now, I want to push this naturally as far as I can. You know.
Well,
that's just the mindset I've got right now. Right now.
You know what? I just just got my bloods. I did my bloods. I've never gone, so I checked my testosterone levels. Everything is good. That's all I wanted to know, that I was good. But you know, to be honest, the most important part of everything, I think, and when it comes to bodybuilding, and mentally as well, is gut health, eating well, because the nutrients needs to move. And if you've got it moving to the right areas, both your brain, but all around your body, that's so important. I think gut health helps you, besides like eating the right stuff, but supplements and clean and a lot of things, and the training. I think that's so important, gut health.
No, it is 100%. It is. And fun fact is, like, I've never been the one to take supplements. You know, like I've never been the one to take supplements. One, I hate swallowing pills, and it's just like my coach tried to get me on it, but I don't take it. But since I got this BPA sponsorship, they've been sending me stuff. And I've actually been taking supplements just recently, you know. But since I won my pro show, I've never been the one to take subs, man. I just try and sleep, eat healthy, train hard. You know, it's always been a clean diet for me from day one.
So tell me, out of everything, what's the one thing you reckon? If you said this is it, like you didn't do subs, you didn't do gear, you trained, you slept, you ate, which one out of trained, sleep, ate, do you reckon is the top, second and third?
I say
like you don't compromise. You will never miss it. Like you might miss a work, like what I'm trying to say. What don't you? Is it your food? Your food is like on point.
It depends how high it is. If I'm up to like fucking, because right now I'm on 6,900 calories right now.
Yeah.
So if I'm having a busy day, right, it will be very hard to fit all that in. So I'll probably skip like a meal, and then I'm trying to make up for it on my rest day when I'm not training, or try to make up for it on the weekend type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if I always get my sleep in. So sleep, train, I never miss a training unless I'm injured or I'm fatigued, like to a point where I can't, like I'm drained. But so it goes train, eat. No, train, sleep, and eat.
Train, sleep, Panic, got it. And tell me something. Are you a morning trainer, midday, afternoon, or you don't care?
Afternoon.
Afternoon.
Only because of work hours. But if I don't work, I like to go in early.
So what do you do for work?
I'm a tradie bricklayer.
That's I heard that as well. I heard that as well. Man, bro, that's a physical job.
Yeah, bro, it's tough. It's tough.
Like you're climbing stairs, you're on scaffolding, you're grabbing bricks, you're got the wheelbarrow, you bring whatever, they're passing it to you, it's your twists, your movements, you're out in the sun. Like,
yeah.
Are you going to make it easy for yourself, or are you just going to do it the hard way?
No, I'm thinking about making it easy, and that's why it's like I've been studying my PT course.
Okay.
So I really want to make that transition into leaving bricklaying and trying to do PT. But like the money's good here, and I know that's slowly going to get up. So it's.
Well, let me tell you. Did you know I spoke to a few Olympians?
Yeah.
Right. I spoke to a guy's name. What was his name? Jason Hoin. He's 4 times Olympia. He's placed, like, at the moment, I just did him on the podcast. He'll be on soon. I think he's hoping to be in the top 7. That's what his goal is, right? It's a big goal, right?
Yeah.
But he's there with C-Bum, all the big guys, Honey, and you name it, right? And he's actually got a job too. They're all got jobs, man. Everyone's jobs. Like, it's no one's. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you need to disengage from it. I feel like they're not all personal trainers. They're actually competitors. If they get sponsors, that's all they do. They compete because they're sponsored.
Train, sleep, eat.
Train, sleep, eat because they're sponsored. But other than that, most have got jobs because it costs money to compete.
Like, it does, man. It does. It does cost money, and it's a very expensive sport if you want to take it serious. You know what I'm saying? Like food costs me like $400 a week right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
how much a week?
$400.
Okay, it's $400 a week, and that's eating clean, isn't it? Like,
that's eating clean. Yeah, that's eating clean.
That's so tell me, you mentioned. Tell me 2 things. Mindset. How do you hold back not taking the gear?
I look at myself in the mirror and I say, if I can get here, I can get further.
Really?
Right? Because
we're gonna put that in a small quote for you, man. If I can get here, I can go further. Wow.
Because like, I was born naturally. Let's say this, I was born naturally. Obviously you grow, you turn into a man, but no one's born, like no one grows muscle without training and eating right.
Yeah.
So if you can do it naturally, like why not? I guess like I see a lot of these kids or people or guys jumping on gear and not actually taking bodybuilding serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where for me it raises like the question. It's like, I understand like you want to take gear, but if you're not gonna dedicate your time and actually make it as a career or take it so serious, then what's the point of you taking gear? You're just damaging your health in the long run. You know what I'm saying? But hey, a lot of guys these days do it for the looks, attention, to try and get girls. But it's that's, I guess I have a different mindset when it comes to that, And I guess my mom as well, she always wants me, she goes, oh, don't take this, don't take that, she's always she always supports me in a way. She goes, like, don't do this, don't do this. So it's like, I know for me as a man, it's like I know how far I can get naturally, and I know how far I can get on gear. So imagine I push this physique to the limit. Like, I push this naturally to the limit and then jump on gear. That's a whole nother level we're looking at right there.
I agree. I
You know
agree, man. Yeah.
It's like, So that's why I always ask people, I'm like, you don't take gear, but there's no problem in taking gear. But take it for the right reason. Don't just take it because you want the attention. Don't just take it because you want to look good. You can look good doing it, like just not taking it. You can still work hard, eat healthy, not taking it.
I heard as well from all the big athletes around the world in bodybuilding, they say they exhausted natural before they touched anything. We're talking about exhausted, like trained to pain, ate super clean, slept really well, did everything 100% before they thought they pulled the trigger. So, and I could tell you, which I mentioned to you before offline, I was always natural, but at 50, I just wanted to try a cycle, right?
Yeah.
I've never tried it. And I did a 6 month, 3 months on, off, or whatever it was, how many weeks, 10 weeks, 8 weeks, then took some time off and did it a second time. And to be honest, I'm going to tell you, when I say nothing changed, I'm saying, yes, I got stronger. Yes, I put on size. But guess what?
Well,
I still had to eat clean. I still had to sleep, and I still had to go to the gym. Nothing, my life didn't become better. It was just the same, but the gear let me recover. I was benching stuff I didn't bench before, but I still had to turn up, man, and I had to turn up harder. But that's okay. Like, that's what I said to you. When I finished the cycle, I went, I don't need it. I don't really need it. Yeah, take a shot. Chris is going to send some photos to you as well. He's been taking photos while we're talking. Yeah. So tell me, tell me about the Victorian Championship 4 years ago, INBA.
Yeah.
And then 4 years later now. So tell us about EMAD 4 years ago. Was that your first comp?
My first comp was ICN.
ICN, go on. Yeah.
Yeah, like so we were doing classic.
Yeah.
Right. In ICN. So we prepped for a classic show. First ever comp. But then on the day we got told that I was too big for that class. So I didn't end up placing. So that was the feedback. I was too big. I wasn't lean enough. That was the feedback I got from the ICN stage.
And can I ask you a question? Are you, because it was your first time competing, are you a confident guy? Were you nervous? Were you questioning yourself? Or you go, let's go?
To be honest, I'm not, like, because it was a whole new stage for me.
Yeah.
So I was a bit nervous.
Yep.
But I'm a confident guy. I know that for a fact. You know,
good. Okay.
I'm a confident guy. But obviously, like, to get used to the stage in standing in trunks was a whole, like, it was whole different, you know?
Yeah.
I was a bit nervous. But once I stand on that ICN stage, I was really, really nervous. And then getting told I wasn't I bloody lean enough, I was too big for the class, I didn't end up placing. And then going on 4 weeks later to doing INBA Vic titles, where I actually cleaned up in Vic titles, but then we ended up doing bodybuilding, not classic. Okay. So from ICM classic to INBA bodybuilding, and then I cleaned up, and then went to nationals in Brisbane, and then finished third. And then I guess that was the whole. That was my first year of competing.
So what was that guy like? What was Emmanuel like? What was that kind of person like?
He was, what was he like? He was afraid to step out of his comfort zone, you know, because, like, I know what I'm capable of.
Okay.
But I guess it's, you know, it's getting used to something that you're not familiar with, and then growing into it. I guess that was just the starting point for me, type of thing, you know. Yeah. And after winning the INBA show, that just showed, like, especially naturally, that shows my potential for me personally.
Yeah.
But then obviously the IBB stage 4 years later, 6 months ago, like, yeah, that's something I really wanted to do, but I was scared to do.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
I really wanted to do IBB. I was scared to do it, but we were supposed to do IBB. We were supposed to do IBB last year, season B last year.
Yeah,
that was the ultimate goal. But obviously I had personal stuff going on, like I was missing training, not sleeping, so I felt a bit like just depressed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we had to push it to season A. And then I was like, bro, like this was a conversation with Tim back then. I was like, man, like, I really want to do IBB, but I really want to do well as well, but I'm scared. Like, especially,
I love that. I love what you're saying.
Guys, I'm scared.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm not scared to compete. I'm just scared that I won't.
Scared.
I'm just scared. I just want to look the part.
Yeah.
And then he goes, just just give it a crack. Whatever happens, happens. Because I know you've got potential. Like I believe it. He even said, "I believe in you." You know, he goes, "I'll take you far." And then yeah, 4 years later, I cleaned up. You know, IFBB big titles, and then cleaned up at nationals.
I know. And then nationals, and then like I said, just looking around you, you must have thought to yourself, did you know you had it? Did you know you were going to win it?
Well, I can never think like that.
Yeah. Why?
You know, I know, like I've got confidence.
Yeah.
I know how high I can put my confidence. I know, bro. You gotta scale that shit. I looked around, man. I was seeing some lean ass condition. Guys are better than me. Guys have better legs. Like I can admit the truth, man. Like
Yeah.
I know, like from my mindset, I know I wasn't the best on that day personally.
Yeah.
Those guys are bigger, better than me, and for me to be able to.
Oh, I don't know, man. Look, listen. Stop. You won it. You were the best. Okay.
I was the best on the day.
But you know what? You're being humble, and you know what? That's a good competitor, because I see that's what's made also, and he is. C-Bums knows he's only as good as his competitors. You're only as good as the people around you, man. And if they rock up looking like Ferraris, they look like Lamborghinis, they're hot, they're fucking ripped, that means you're competing against the best. But if you're turning up with people that have put half-assed jobs, so that's why you were looking around going to yourself, these guys are fucking good. So that meant you're good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, once I hit nationals and I was backstage pumping, I looked around, I'm like, yeah, I belong here.
Good.
You know, like I had that confidence, but it's like obviously to hit the pose and like be more classic, or just especially with the guys on gear, like when they hit the muscle, you can see everything. So it's like, that's why I like that confidence. But you know what? I stuck to, like, I just stuck to the plan. I literally just did what I did without even overthinking it on stage.
Is there a plan? Because I don't know about it. Is there a whole start to finish plan? Like turn up on the day, how you got to think, compete off the stage, everything. Is Tim got you like tuned up like a perfect race car?
Yeah, well, he's got me tuned up. Especially on comp, like the week leading up to comp. Yeah, he like throwing hours down. I'm trying to relax my mind. I'm trying to just relax the whole body. Like I guess take it easy. Like it's leading up to the comp. But obviously with what I had going on was really hard. And that's why Tim was there more than what he needed to be, because I couldn't do it all on mine. But mentally, like game day, like I just had my head thrown in, and I was jamming to, like I was ready. You know what I mean? Like I was like, whatever happens. I've done the hard work. It's not up to me. I know what I'm capable of. I know the hard work that I've done to be here today. So I guess I guess it was just like just stay positive. I just had to stay positive, stay calm.
Yeah.
And just give him my best shot without regretting anything at all.
Tim looks very humble kind of guy. He's kind of very calm. Is he a calm guy? Very humble.
He's a very calm and humble guy.
I know, man.
Yeah, he's very, very smart, man.
Is he?
He's a very smart guy. But yeah, he just like it takes a while before he opens up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just takes a while, but once he opens up, you can just tell. Like he's got a personality to him as well.
Well, I really like the relationship you two have. I think it's perfect. I think seeing you go forward. So tell me, I've also noticed that you're not a bad model. You scrub up okay. I saw some of your highlights and I looked at some of your posts. Have you done modeling?
I mean, you tell me. No.
Yeah, man. No, you know what's funny? Hang on. You know who you remind me of?
Who?
You probably don't remember this because you weren't born then, but you probably heard it. It's my prerogative, Bobby Brown.
I've heard that, but I don't know who he is, but I've heard the song.
Well, let me tell you, he's what song? Every little step I take, you will be there. Every little step I take.
Yeah.
Now, anyway, do you know Bobby Brown was all attitude and singing, and it was back in the 90s, early 90s. I had to look it up. And he married Whitney Houston. He was married to Whitney Houston. But you remind me a little bit of Bobby Brown. Maybe next time you can Google him and play his music. But so yeah, modeling. Huh? Have you done some modeling?
Yeah, I use I'm currently sponsored by Do Even.
Mm.
So I'm a fitness model as well. So I do a bit of modeling on the side for them here and there. And then obviously I've got some clothing brands for my mates that I try and promote when they need me to. And yeah, like I guess I like to be in that scene where it's like show that like that side of me. But yeah, it's just I haven't really done modeling in a while though. But when I first moved to Melbourne, I used to do catwalk. Yeah, for an African function thing.
You don't do things by half, do you? If it's soccer, all the way. If it's bodybuilding, all the way. If it's modeling, you're going to be a catwalk.
Yeah, you gotta have it, baby. If you're gonna do if you're gonna do something, you gotta make sure you give it 100%.
So tell me, what's the one thing you've got that no one else they don't have? The secret, like, is it willpower? Is it discipline? Is it no surrender? Is it mentally? Is it love of competing? I'm going to keep going. Is it diet, exercise, regime, strictness, or is it everything? But what I mean is, what is it you reckon? Is it will? Are you a guy that fucking has so much will, discipline, no surrender? What is it?
Let's just say I've got will, I've got discipline, I've got no surrender. But my main one will be why.
Why? Why?
My why is like, why am I doing this? Like,
why are you doing this? Tell us why you're doing it.
Like I said, like it's all got to do with my mother.
Really?
Like everything I do in life, like I know I'm not at the top yet, or I'm not this, big pro, but like whatever I do, right? I want it to benefit my mom. So if I fail, I know I'm failing my mom. So if I don't do something well, or if I don't give it my best shot, like my mom did for me.
Wow.
It's like I don't want to, and again, I don't want to end up in a position that I was yesterday, because I know that I've already passed that. You know what I'm saying? I've already accomplished that. What's behind me? So I want to keep going forward, and actually, yeah, it's just my mom. My mom is what.
So you want to keep her safe. You want to put a roof over her head. You want to make sure she dresses nicely, meaning just nicely. You just want her to feel comfortable,
free and happy. If she's not stress-free and happy, then that stresses me.
Wow, that's not many people have said that, man. You're very much about family and your mom. That's amazing.
That's the bond that I have with her. And like right now, like I struggle to try and provide for her, and that kills me. That's when I have my personal issue. That's when I take time on social media. Like that's when I messaged you. I don't know who I messaged the other time, because I was actually going through some shit with the family.
Yeah.
And I needed some time off, but it's like I can't do what I want to do if I'm not happy, and if I'm not happy, it's because she's not stable. She's not happy.
Wow. Okay. And tell me something. I was just thinking in my head. Do you read books? How do you get inspired? How do you get all this wisdom for such a?
Man, I'll tell you, I guess the people I hang around with, man, and then obviously podcasts. Like I said again, my coach, he introduced like books to me, podcasts to me, especially in prep. I was reading a fair bit of books in prep. I was listening to podcasts.
What's a book? Do you know? Is there a book you could mention? You don't have to. I'm just asking.
Oh, brother, sitting around here, bro.
Wipe it. Wow.
It's Brian Tracy. It's called Vocal Point.
Yeah, and what's it about?
Oh, I just had to, I guess, have more time while running your own business. Like, I guess, have more freedom. Like stress-free. Like not worrying about things you can't control. Like just stuff like that.
Give me a tip, because I need it right now. I need it in my life. So what's it saying? What's it saying? How do you do it?
Brother,
does it tell you to make decisions quickly? Does it say yes, say no, get it out of the way?
No. It tells you. Okay, it shows you how to worry about the least amount. Like it tells you how to worry about the least amount of worries. Like
wow,
that's urgent, or you've got something that's that's not urgent. So you got to like label it as urgent, not urgent, least urgent, and then focus on what's urgent and work your way down, rather than stressing on all these things and then you're just bringing more stress to you. You know what I mean? I guess
Wow. Yeah.
that kind of helped me in prep a bit. But
And what about podcasts? Who do you listen to?
John, what's his name? John B. Peterson.
Jordan Peterson. Jordan
B. Peterson.
Yeah.
And what's the other guy's name? Joe Rogan. I listen to some.
Do you like what's his name? Chris Williamson.
I've
What's
heard
it called? Modern Wisdom. Modern Wisdom's good too.
Is it?
He's interviewed C-Bum. He's also interviewed Hamosi, and he also Phil Heath.
Yeah.
Phil Heath. He's done Phil Heath. So Modern Wisdom. Look up that guy. Really good podcast, man. Oh, really good podcast. Modern Wisdom, but talks to bodybuilders and about their businesses. Like, and you know, Phil Heath, he does tequila. He's got a tequila business.
Fuck.
Because apparently tequila is low in cows. Don't ask me, man.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I've been told that too.
And also C-Bum went on a podcast with one of those guys, those three guys. You like them. The Note Boys. That was on there with the Note Boys, and C-Bum took a shot of their vodka or tequila. What do they got? They got some kind of alcohol, and this is even in prep.
On prep.
Yeah, he goes, I'll take a shot. He took a shot, man. I tell you what, look, everything's a machine. Like, you know what he said? I think C-Bum said this: if I can't just take this shot, then I'm not really doing the good work around it. So in other words, he's saying, I'm too strict, man. This is just going to be fired out of me. Like, I'll have it and it's gone.
Wait, I actually get that sometimes as well.
Yeah?
Like you burn it up straight away.
Yeah. Okay, what's my next question? Who's your favorite? I was going to ask you, what made you go to Classic? Because you said you did Open. What pushed you towards Classic?
I guess when we had a like a good look at my physique after the RMBA.
Yep.
Our next step from there, if we're going to do another natural federation or if it was going to be bodybuilding or IBB, you know what I mean? So after the IMBA show, we had like a closer look at my physique, and then I didn't want to be too big. Like in my mind, I didn't want to be the big guy, and I didn't want to like obviously I didn't want to walk around and get cold chicken legs.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'm a classic guy, and I just started loving Classic, and then C-Bum. Obviously, I started falling in love with him, and then Rough Diesel, you know, all those guys, and I think those guys are my top two, I reckon.
Well, so who is it? C-Bum's one of your favorites, yeah?
C-Bum's one of my favorites. Rough Diesel's one of my other favorites.
Yeah, Rough Diesel, yeah.
Those two.
Yeah, I've got on my vision board, I've got C-Bum up there, and I remember the bit when he said he was crying 6 weeks out in the bathroom, and then he didn't think he was going to make it because of the pressure, and then on the comp day he was crying again, but he said he was crying because he made it.
He made it, yeah.
So it was a great speech. So I got him up on my vision board. What about the Opens? Who's your favorite in the Opens? Who do you like?
Oh, I wouldn't know, man. That's a tough one, eh? That's a tough one.
Even past, it doesn't have to be present. It just really, like, you know, I like Jay Cutler. I don't know why, and I liked Dorian Yates in the past. He was before your time as well.
I say, I don't know. I've always liked the way Big what's his name?
Rami.
No, not Big Ramy. What's his name? What's the guy that does it? Like, he's good at posing. He's one of the best posers in fucking bodybuilding. Open. Kai Green.
Yeah, Kai Green. Oh my God, Kai Green.
Like the way he's posed. Because me, like I forgot to say this earlier. I grew up dancing as well, so I used to take dance classes as well.
Are you a dancer as well? He's a dancer,
bro.
Chris. Mate, this is gonna be a great movie.
Well, I'm not a dancer.
We're gonna have you. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have you with the blow dryer like Saturday Night Fever, John Travolta, before you go out, man. You're gonna do the moves down the hall. So, what kind of a dancer were you?
No, it was more like a hip hop breakdancing. So I take classes and all that when I was
Well,
growing.
mate, hang on. I was a break dancer too.
Really?
I was a head spinner. I could head spin.
Yeah, I could never do that.
And I could do the rock. It's called the rock. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's the bit where you fly with your legs looking like you're a helicopter.
Helicopter, yeah.
Yeah, and the group I was in was called Breaking Aces.
Breaking Aces.
So it was, and we had cards, and it had spade, the heart,
Yeah.
whatever it was. But yeah, breakdance. So you're a breakdancer, huh?
Oh, yeah, I
Hip
got
hop.
a lot of moves here and there. That's why I said, like, when I jump on stage, like, I'm not, like, I've got confidence, you know, because I've been on stage before.
Yeah.
Obviously, the whole bodybuilding thing is a different scene.
Do you think you'll do something like Clyde Green?
Nah, no. Well, you can't for classic, can you? You know, it's got to be like, I like
true.
now I'm zoning in classic. I'm more focused in classic. So, like, I'm more about something that actually, like, my routine, like, I want my routine to actually touch people.
Yeah.
Like that art, like I want to display an art where you can get goosebumps, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, now I've gone blank. Who was the guy, the pose coach that we had on? I've gone blank on his name. Peter Hardwick. You know Peter Hardwick?
Yeah, Peter Harvey, yeah.
That guy, when he poses, he's magic.
He's a good poser, man.
Fuck, when I watch him, I nearly cry because
Bro,
he's that good.
He's got a good frame, like classic, like for his age as well, man.
Yeah. Well, he was on if you want to go back, he's on podcast. I forgot the name.
Yeah, I was watching it. I started the week. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah. He's a really, really good guy, and he actually did. Also, if you go to our YouTube, he tells you how to pose.
Oh, does it?
If you go to Muscle Talks YouTube, he does a collaboration with us to show you how to pose. Is that right, Chris? Yep. So if you go to Muscle Talks podcast and you scroll down, go to videos and just scroll down to Peter Hardwick. But if you go a little bit further, you'll see him standing. And
Sorry. Is this on YouTube or is it on YouTube?
YouTube. If you go YouTube, Muscle Talks podcast, then click on videos. He's typing it as we speak, Chris. Mate, this guy does it straight away.
And then
yeah, go to videos. And then scroll down and you'll see Peter on his own, standing with his arms out.
Wait.
Yeah, show me.
Is that one up there? Wait.
Which one is it, Chris? Wait, Chris is going to show you now. Yeah. No, I'll show you. 1 sec. No.
Is that one in it?
Yeah, that's the podcast. Look at this. No, this one. Look, there.
Oh, that one there? Okay, yeah.
Pose better.
Yeah.
See? Pose better?
Pose better, yeah.
Yeah, that goes, how long does it go for? 6 minutes, nearly 7 minutes.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give that a watch later.
Yeah. Love.
Yeah, I'll give it a watch later.
I forgot how fun our podcasts are. He's going to send it to you.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, Chris will send it to you, man. We do everything here. We do everything. So where to from here now, man? What's next? Where are we going?
Yeah, I wanted to keep this a mystery, but
you don't look. Listen, I mean, I'll tell you something. If you do share it, you got 1 week to change your mind, and Chris will edit it out. You got 1 week.
I've got 1 week, eh?
We're going to post you next Wednesday, so you got 1 week.
That's right. No, so we're not sure what show particular yet, but we're looking at a show in Spain in September next year.
Oh, nice, Spain. Yeah. There's some big ones there. Yeah,
we're looking at Spain next year. Yeah.
I heard Spain and Italy is big as well.
I heard, yeah.
Yeah, Milos, he brings a lot of athletes through there, and I've been watching it, and they're really, Spain and Italy is massive.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Chris just sent it to you. All right, so that's what we're looking at next year. When is the Spain show? Like what?
That's the thing. We're not sure because the date hasn't been put up yet. Because we're like each week we're always on the computer looking.
Are you guys already building up for that now? Are you in? So what mode are you in now? What are you like? Correct me if I'm wrong. You told me that you're working on the bits that you think need enhancing. Is that where we're at now?
Yeah, we're working on our weak points. So
Weak points, yeah.
like for the feedbacks that we got from the nationals, obviously, we need to bring out my posterior chain, so glutes, hemis, lower back, a bit of mid back, and yeah, so that and some size.
Okay. And just because we're going to go over the body in a moment because we're coming towards the end, but I wanted to ask you, like, with some of the Aussie boys, which are some of the Aussie boys you kind of look at and you say, wow, they're doing a really good job. And we're not talking about the most muscular. We're not talking about just, is there anyone that you're kind of excited to see win the national this year?
Oh, mate.
Is that a hard question? Am I going to make favorite? Is that going to be favoritism? Is that going to be favoritism?
No. It's not. It's not a hard question. It's a good question. Look, I think. But see, I don't know who exactly is going to be at the nationals.
Well, we've got South Australia this weekend, right? Yeah. And then next weekend is the nationals, and that's where we're going to post you. So maybe you could do your prediction. There's no South Australia.
No, I think. Look, I think Dash.
Dash.
Yeah, I think. Look, Dash,
where's he from?
I think he's from. I think he's from Perth.
Yep, Dash. Yeah.
There's actually another guy coming up that's been on our podcast, Reece Price. Did you see the one with Reece Price?
He's good as well.
Now, just the last 7 days I had him on. Yeah. He's competing this weekend.
From South Australia.
South Australia, Reece Price. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
He looks good. Good guy too.
Yeah. No, so yeah. So him, I think what was his name? Jordan Beecher.
Yeah.
He's got a great shape on him. But yeah, I think Dash will clear out.
Wow. Okay.
That's just me though. It's like is either Dash or the guy you just said, Jeremy. The guy you just said.
Not Reece Price.
Yeah, Reece Price.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, Reece looks amazing. You're right, man. I'm telling you.
Him or Dash.
Wow. I've actually. Do you know I speak to Reece privately just to make him feel like, look, I don't call any of the bodybuilders, but with Reece, I have a soft spot because I see a really good guy and I kind of talk to him a bit like a mentor just to keep him clear and, sometimes not even to humble him. You know what I do? Sometimes to make him more savage. I'll tell you why. Phil Heath said everyone was his friend. But when it came to the comp on the day, he had to slay him. That's how he thought. I got to slay him.
Look. On comp days, it's a different story, man. Like, all that friendships left at the door. You know what I'm saying? all that friendships left at the door. After the comp, then we can become friends. But
I agree, man. I agree.
I just need some space. I just need some space. I just need some space.
All right. Well, look, let's go over the body now. What I usually ask, and if you've seen the podcast, I'm going to tell you a body part. You just tell me the exercise and sets and reps. And if you do it, you do it. You don't, you don't. But I'll give you an example. I keep saying it. If I said chest, I'd probably say incline, dumbbell press, three sets, and I'd say around 12 to 15 reps. That's incline, dumbbell press. So I'm going to go through the body with you now, so bear with me. So the first exercise or the first body part is traps. Do you train traps?
No, I don't know.
No. Oh, man, no one trains traps, but that's the way we go. All right, what about delts? But hear me out. Back delts. How do you train the back delt? Give me one exercise, sets and reps. One exercise.
Incline dumbbell swing.
Right.
So I don't know if you know what that is. So you're laying down, incline chest flat, and your
chest. Oh, your chest is laying on the chest. Yeah.
You're swinging it at the back.
That way. Yeah.
So that's a really good one. I do 3 sets of that, 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps.
12 to 15. Okay, so a little bit lighter to get to 12 to 15, but you hit them hard. You hit them hard. What about the side delt?
So I'll go about 17 kilos dumbbell raises, 8 to 10 reps, maybe 12 sometimes.
Okay, so you go heavy. Yep. So how many sets?
3 sets.
3 sets. Okay, and front delts?
Front delts, 4 front delts. I'm trying to think which exercise. Front delts. What's the one called? Oh, what's the one called? So my coach got me doing fucking dumbbell front raises like this.
Yes. Yeah.
But you're holding it like for a second at the top and then slowly slow release.
So it's a bit also, it doesn't sound so front on, a bit wide and hammer style. Hammer style?
Hammer style, yeah. So so it's hammer like that. So you're going like outwards instead of straight.
Yeah.
Outwards. And you're holding it and then you slowly release. And
wow. Yeah. How many sets and reps?
2 sets on that one with 15 reps.
Okay, good. Okay, chest. What about chest?
Incline. Flat bench press.
Wow, everyone's trying to get rid of the flat bench press. Everyone says, but that's a traditional big boy toy, don't you reckon?
Yeah, that or incline.
Okay.
Dumbbell, yeah, that or incline. Yeah, because I don't do barbell work, so I just it's all like bloody
dumbbell.
Yeah, so flat bench, dumbbell press or incline.
How many sets, reps?
If it's a B series, I'll go 4 to 5 sets, 8 reps. 8
reps. Okay. What about?
So I'll do like 3 moderate sets and then 2 heavy sets.
Okay. And how many reps did we say?
8, 6.
Okay, no, got it. I'm writing it down. I'm going to be. I'm going to come and get you, even though I'm 54. What about bicep?
Bicep. Ooh. Dumbbell incline bicep curl.
Oh, seated. Yeah.
Seated, yeah.
Yeah. I know that one. How many sets? How many reps?
2 sets of 15.
15. So a bit light, but pushing it through.
Yeah.
What about tricep?
Tricep, I will do. The one you saw in my story, fucking.
Oh yeah, I saw the closer grip. On the Smith machine. On the Smith machine.
Yeah, on the Smith machine. Yeah, those are good ones. So I'll do 4 sets of that. I think it's 8 reps. Yeah.
8 reps. So does your coach give you your training program and you follow it?
Yeah, he gives me.
You must really trust him. And how many times? Like what I'm asking is, when do you guys update it, or when do you sit down and talk about it?
Well, right now he's got me on I think he said 4 weeks, till we see how things are. But it's usually like a 6-week update.
Like a 6-week update, okay. And what about forearms? Do you train forearms?
No, I don't know how these motherfuckers are going, but I ain't training forearms, man.
They're big, man. Like you got big arms, but it is the camera angle, like you said.
Yeah, man.
It's the camera angle. I got the wrong camera angle. Fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on, man. That was something once upon a time.
Hey, man, you got something there, man. I see that bicep.
That's all right. Look, I'll do without the tap.
Oh, it's bigger than mine. I see
that. Big tricep.
Yeah.
Anyway, where are we? Forearms. Abs. What do you do for abs?
I hate training abs, but we do cable crunches.
Cable crunches?
I'll do 2 sets of 20.
Right, yeah. 2 sets, 20. Yeah. Wow, yeah, that's going to hurt. And what about quads? What's your favorite quad?
Quads, pendulum squat or hack squat.
Pendulum, is that where on your tippy toes and you lean back?
No. Well, you're on you lean back. I'm on the pad, but it's kind of where you just go horizontally onto the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's big, man.
Yeah, that humbles you. That and hack squat, they humble you, man.
They do. How many sets, reps?
If it's A series, I'll do about 5 sets of 8. Yeah, 5 sets of 8 reps. I think it's I'm trying to think. I'm just going blank. My mind's
That's
gone.
all right. Take your time.
Um,
So you do how many reps for hack squat?
so I'll do 8 reps. So it's
8
heavy.
reps. So how many sets?
Every set of 5 sets of 8.
Wow, 5 sets of 8. So you go heavy, man. They'll humble you, man. They'll humble you.
Yeah.
What about hammies?
That means right now I'll do Romanian deadlift. Barbell Romanian deadlift. 5 sets of 8.
5 sets of 8. Okay, again heavy. 5 sets of 8. What about glutes?
Glutes. I'll do 3 sets of hip thrust.
Hip thrust.
Yeah, at 12 reps.
12 reps.
Yeah, 12 to 15 reps. Sometimes 10.
What
It varies.
about? Yep.
Yeah,
It varies.
it varies. Yeah, like in each program though.
Oh yeah, no, I've never done glutes. I mean, I have tried it, but what about calves?
What calf? Nah.
I know it's
Calves,
always a challenge. The calves.
yeah, it is, especially being genetic, like with me and my genes. Calf seated calf raises, standing calf raises, or leg press.
Yep.
Calf raises, they're good. 4 sets.
Yep.
Of 12 with holding.
With holding at the top.
The top and then slowly release. Yeah.
You know what I heard? I think it was Jay Cutler.
Yeah, I've seen his calf.
He said, you know how they grew?
How?
Holding them on the stretch.
Yeah.
Not up.
Yeah.
Holding it on the stretch, holding it on the down.
Down the bottom.
Down the bottom.
Down the bottom.
Sitting there. And then going up, holding, but holding them longer at the bottom. Wow. Okay. So I've given it a go and it's good.
Bro, I'm gonna start trying it this week too.
Yeah, holding them at the bottom. Why? No. Apparently, when you hold it at the bottom, it opens up the calf.
Yeah.
Because you're stretching it.
You're stretching it, yeah.
Yeah, so give it a go, man. What about, I don't know, no tibialis, the front of the calf? You can train that? No. Okay. Well, we've come towards the end of the podcast, but this is your opportunity to plug away, tell people where they can find you. Anybody that is sponsoring you, just you could mention Tim as well, and mention any of your sponsors, mention your mum, but mention your socials, where they can find you. So yeah, tell us, Emmanuel, where can everyone, and tell us more and talk away.
Yeah, Eman Wordu _IBB Pro, Instagram, and then Facebook it's Eman Wordu. You can find me on those social medias. My sponsors are Do You Even and VPA, and my coach is Tim Deegan at Physique. But yeah, that's pretty much me. You know?
Well, man, like I said, you're a champion. We've had a few. Is it Luke Smith, the guy that came, the dad?
Luke Griffin.
Luke Griffin. Have a look up at a guy called Luke Griffin. He's 40 years old, natural, and he's been in every comp, even WBFF, and he's come third, natural. He's got 2 kids, amazing, and he's going to compete the next few months as well. So, natural Olympia or something like that. So, Luke Griffin. He's a guy from Sydney. Have a look him up. You guys are champions. You're a champion, man. I love your why. Makes me think that I should rejig my why, and I got to make my why stronger because I think I'm soft. I'm soft at the moment. I got to make my why be better.
Yeah.
Well, Emmanuel, thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate it. I wish you further luck. I'm going to be watching you carefully. I want to know also next year when you go towards Spain that maybe we get you on again throughout 2024 as a special guest.
Hit me up with start of the year or even later this year. We'll talk. Like whenever you need, you know where to find me. I'm more than happy.
Definitely, we'll hit you up and maybe we can do a movie. Hey, Chris, what do you reckon we'll do a movie?
Yeah, do a movie, 100%.
I think so.